What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. Apologize for being gone for so long. Or not, because I needed a break. Everyone needs a break. It's been crazy. But I see a Thaneth and a Ryder and a Brian and a Branson and a Lars and a Skyrim and probably other people. I don't know. My thing hasn't caught up yet. Oh, there's 12 people here. I don't think I've named 12 people. So what are we doing today? We are going to take... This is my very original Prusa Mark 3S frame, Mark 3 frame. I got a day one when I bought a Prusa. This was my very first Prusa frame. Oh, we got Mark John 2 and Pepe 0. So this is my very first frame. My original power supply died, and I replaced it with a discontinued model now, Meanwell power supply. Still all wired up. It just doesn't have any printed parts. I put this sticker on and this sticker on. This is the original frame. This is where I started with the Prusa stuff. And I was able to acquire everything else I needed to make a basically stock Prusa Mark 3S Plus. I don't have a Super Pinda, so in my drawer of probes, it's going to be a Pinda 2. I will work really darn hard to wake up one day and be able to order one of those Super Pindas when they come back in stock. I don't have all stock Prusa bearings. I have a hodgepodge of bearings that I found. So I've got some THK, some Masumi, and some who knows what brand bearings. I'm also testing out some cheap Chinese bearings because bearing prices have gotten insane. Mr. Rushmere, what model power supply was this? This is the something or other. So the one everyone's buying, this is the original. So it's a lot thicker and it has a huge fan that's very, very quiet. And I know a lot of people bought Meanwell power supplies, but this is a 350 watt, 14 amp Meanwell power supply. The model number is most likely buried underneath this printed enclosure. Yeah, but they don't make that power supply anymore. They've replaced it with that thinner model that everyone is using, the skinny, tall one with the very loud fan that kicks in. This fan is very quiet. It doesn't kick in very often. I also got my cart that I work on. So when I work on printers now, I work on this little cart. So I've been doing stuff like been redoing this printer over here, this one that does not look like a Prusa because it's got a handle and it's really wide and it's almost as tall as the Zerabo 320 or Carabo 320. John Mac! So it's been a godsend to have this little cart because this desk space is not as big as it used to be. At least as big as I want to, because now I have two monitors. So I got two monitors. They're on arms, so I can pull them up and down. And yeah, I've advanced my technology. And I have a headset that I like that's better. Chris Galata. What's up, Phil? Look at all the room with Jason out there. Yeah, there's so much room. All the printers are still here. But there's two more printers over there that got to get worked on. I got a long list of things to work on. Someone requested some resin print, so I think someone saw me rebuild my CW1. I did a video and I redid that. And then the SL1 needs to be cleaned, so I got to get some resin printing done. I got a Voron 0 that I got to build. Jason from LDO sent me, they're going to start making kits, so he sent a beta unit of that specific Voron 0 that he's putting together, which will be sold through Printed Solid. I got a custom printer over there that's got to get built. This custom printer over here has got to get built. Whew, so many things to build. What's up, Bob? Brandon, why did I decide to build it? Because I had figured that the Mark IV or the XL would have come out, but we could not have predicted what had happened to the world this last year. So Prusa is not releasing an XL or a Mark IV anytime soon. And the task from Joel, which got to keep stock for a bit. I got a project that has to stay stock for, and then I can work on it. But yeah, we couldn't predict what happened. So I need to have something that I can still work with because things are still advancing. Prusa slicer is still advancing. They've improved parts again, so I gotta figure out what I'm missing out on. One piece for the bond. That's weird. Did you send an email, Bob? Because maybe my email is missing out. Because I remember you saying, I think I saw the last time I streamed. Hey, what's up, John? Mr. Tripod. Yeah, send another one. That's just, and I will sit here and see if it comes in. Because I have my phone. Let me open my email app. So if you send one, let me know. Because I know it's bob@copper.net. I don't know why I just said your email out loud. So send one. I'm going to watch my email to make sure I get it through. But I have all the stuff. Give you back your parts. Not much. Yes, you did say something last time. Thanks, Bob. And I have my phone right here, so I'll let it know. But I swear I sent the angled thingy and the thingy and the thingy. So here's all the parts for the Mark 3S. I printed them all in the dark cherry CF PET G from Atomic. So I missed some parts that had to be printed. Got some belt. So I'm going to be building this thing haphazardly. I even found an Einstein because I have probably like 6 Einsteins. What's up, Mike? Got the new Mark 3S Plus extruder, so we got to see what's different in there. Bed thermistor. Heater cartridge and thermistor. Does that have a quick disconnect? That does have a quick disconnect. We'll use that. FedEx declined to give me my CF PET G today. But look at that CF PET G, monkey. Right there. Should block my face and focus now. Nope, still sees an eyeball. Right there we go. Yeah. That's that dark cherry red CF PET G from Atomic. Yeah, I almost had enough, so I had to call in a few favors. Printed solid was out of a few things. I had to like clean random bearings and grease them up. So like you'll see the bottom ones here say made in Vietnam. Those are 2 Masumi bearings. There's 1 THK bearing in here, and the rest are I have no idea. Why didn't you print the LCD MMU version? Because that's too much work. I don't have an MMU that works, so I don't. This will allow me to use my MMU that's sitting down there. Got a fan. We got stuff. I got original motors. So we should be able to build this. I have the build guide here. What's up, Dan? So I should be able to get this done pretty quick. I think I still remember how to build these things. I know it's Y-axis and then something and then something. And there's a box over there of other parts I need to grab because I need a heat bed. I got my carriage. Heat bed, carriage, belts. Even got U-bolts. I don't have the fancy new bolts from Prusa. But I'll order some eventually. Dude, I have so many random parts. I have enough motors to build a lot of printers. I don't have enough everything else. All right. Let me check my email really quick. All right. And let me go grab something. These are wireless headsets. Okay. Got a bed. And Chris needs Z motors. So that's going to happen. Here's some rods. And a Z motor. I think that's it. Yep. These are all the rest of the parts I need. Oh, let's see if I can do this. I got this. These rods out. Look at that. Man, I haven't made a printer with rods in a while. Oh, look at that. See, spare parts make cool printers, man. That's what I did with this printer. There's a bunch of spare parts added to that thing. And now that I've been learning CAD, I've been designing my own parts. That's the real fun part. Okay. More packing material. Okay. It's missing a palm nut, but I should have extra palm nuts somewhere in a drawer. SolidWorks, because they haven't changed. Because like if you haven't been paying attention to Fusion 360, like they constantly change the free version, and that annoys me. It's like just keep it somewhat normal, and it's been happening for the last couple of years that they keep changing stuff on it. Let's find a palm nut. See if those are the correct palm nuts. Yep. See? Always have spares of things. Don't think I'll need anything out of that parts bin. I will need things out of this parts bin. I will not need anything out of this parts bin. So many parts bins. So 16-tooth pulleys, 2. 20-tooth smooth idlers, 2. Yeah, that's fine, Bob. I'll look out for it. Ooh, I'll need other things. I guess while my fancy smancy carriage is in front of me, I'm going to install. One of the things that I do not like on the stock Prusa are those little steel standoffs. I just use screw-in brass standoffs of the same height. Oh boy, I already forgot which way. Is it 2 on the left? I think it's 2 on the left. Let's find out. Let me scroll down this Y-axis build. It is 2 on the left. So these are fun because they just screw right into the carriage, and I'm good to go. And these are just your standard brass standoffs. Yes, they're not super strong, so don't over tighten them, and don't just don't over tighten them because they're brass. I also did aluminum spacers instead of the steel spacers that Prusa recommends, and they were okay. What up, Matt from Jake from State Farm? Multi-material packing, yes. Silicone spacers aren't bad either. These are pretty consistent. No, I need one more. Put this thing away. I'll need it later, and I should have a wrench with that already added to it. Oh, this should be the correct. No, this isn't the correct one for that. Maybe it is. No, that can't be right. Is it? Oh, that is the right size. Hey, what's up? Inzane 3D from South Africa. They are basically PC board standoffs, except for they're specific for this size. So they're 6mm standoffs to match the 6mm standoffs you would normally have, and they have 6mm of thread. Stock Hotend, which I built most of it yesterday. Stanley, I order all my standoffs from Amazon. You can get like 100 pack for like $9 of the standoffs, and then I order a shorter screw because they aren't as deep. So the Prusa attachment screws are a little long. Oh, this one? Yeah. That is an interesting printer. We'll get to that printer. I've been working in SolidWorks for the last, forever and a day to get that printer running. Printing in this, oh, I haven't sent it. So the far printer over here, which is my main CF printer, it's printing the last, should be printing the last extruder parts, but I forgot to send them before the stream started. And the standoffs are on. See, they won't fall off. They won't stick to the magnet underneath the bed. I'm a happy kid. And since I have the bed in front of me, let's attach the thermistor wire, because the LDO stock ones come with a thermistor wire. They're not ready to go yet. They don't include, I'll have to talk to Jason, they don't include the aluminum tape and the Kapton tape. One of the things I'm going to do is they actually include standoffs now that you can screw in. So I'll try to make those work. Oh, Mark, I did not. That's actually from Devin and Justin teamed up to print that giant mini work hockey. I didn't give you a hard time. I just have a crap ton of aluminum tape and a crap ton of other fancy stuff. Oh, nice. And what drive is this? This is, oh, it's not 2.5. Looks like it's a 3mm drive. It is a 3mm drive. See how well this works. Oh, look at that. It does go in eventually. iPod, you should do it. Prusa Mini is super dope. I like that they've kept up on the changes on it and the firmware has continued to get better. All right, let's put these. Ooh, that gets super warm. Was not expecting that. So in order to ship flat, the LDO build comes with stand-up screws that you attach from underneath. That way it stays nice and flat, but that heats up a lot. I was not expecting that PCB to heat up so much. It actually got so hot it singed my finger. So I'll make sure to keep my finger away from the PCB bed while I screw this in. Look at that. Boom. Now it's got the little standoffs for your thing. Well, that's cool. And that is that does transfer some heat well. They come with 4 of them, so that's going to go to another printer that might not have it. What's up, Mickey? We don't need this for a while, so we will put this back in the heat bed box so it does not get damaged. Okay. No damagey the heat bed. Let's start building. I need a frame. And Y-axis part. They just started doing that, Mark, so stay tuned. Oh, I forgot to tape the thermistor on the bottom. I'll do that later. It's going to be soon anyway. I'll leave the thermistors out so I don't forget. So we'll grab the bearings and anything that's a Y-axis part. Let's see here. Ah, here's a Y-axis part. Here's a Y-axis part. More Y-axis parts. I did print the fan shroud in black ABS, and that black and red combo, pretty sexy. I might add more black parts to this to make it prettier. LCD screen holder. Other LCD screen holder. Wow, I printed a lot of LCD screen holders. There's more down here. What's up, Info? Mr. Info Mario. Yeah, I'm still alive. Just staying alive. And Prusa has redone the Y-axis smooth rod holders so they don't use a zip tie. There's actually a hole and another slot for an for a half-size square nut. No, Mark Owens. Not to my knowledge, I haven't. I've been tested a few times. Never popped positive, but mostly just needing a break. Been hanging out in Discord, doing the Discord things. 1, 2, 3. Come on. I can find more parts down in here. Still need the other half of... Oh, here's another screen holder. I guess I printed the screen holder arms twice. Here's the new button for the screen holder. Ah, there's the other half of that. And there's this. And that should be the last Y-axis part. Size of screen. Ooh. I need an LCD for this. I didn't think about that. I'll find one. Ooh. Yeah, once your bear gets that blue CF. Oh, Llama showed up? Yes, Llama. This is the black cherry, or the dark cherry CF Pet G from Atomic. All right. Slide these out of the way. And I'm not even going to look at the directions. My first thing to do is to grab my bin of square nuts and shove square nuts into everything that needs square nuts. Which one of these looks better? Oh man, this is tough. They all look exactly the same. So we'll keep those. And this will go over here. I missed the box. Square nut in there. Square nut in there. Square nut here. Yeah, I'm going to use the U-bolt. Yes. Instructions. I'm bad with instructions. Okay. Let's grab my little tool, which is this guy, and shove those things all the way in. Okay. Boom. 1. Yeah. There's certain things I do to speed it up, like just shove all the square nuts into everything, and there's no point for directions when things really don't change. I will look at what screw length I need because I don't have a parts box to go, hey, what's up, Mars Gizmo? I have Super Pindas on every printer behind me, besides the one that doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before. This is going to get a Pinda 2 in it. Once they become more readily available, I'll order more. I have not been able to get more after my initial order. But I do hope to get more Super Pindas in ASAP, because those things are awesome. My testings with those has been nothing but glorious. Like, it is consistent. I'm a U-bolt captain. You, Mr. Brian Vines. Okay, now let's grab hex nuts. Make sure we use the proper hex nuts. Let's scroll up. And we've already built our frame. So we need 2 hex nuts for this piece and a nylock. And then I need 1 M318 and 2 M310s. Boom. Luckily, all my parts are organized over here. So I'm guessing the M310, yep, so that has not changed. Still shoving that in there. I'm going to get a M316 to play nut finder so I can get the nuts buried into the bodies of these a little bit easier. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a while till they're in stock. They sold a lot of printers, and a lot of people are like, new, better, faster. Where's my nice? There's my nice 2.5-inch driver. It's my brass one. Or not brass. I don't know what this is. Coated titanium or some nonsense so it doesn't break. There we go. Man, it's been a while. Ooh, thoughts on the mutant? I think Brian Vines summed up what it is pretty well. And I have my concerns. But until I get one in my hands, I can't confirm some things. So I don't like that it's plastic. Glass-filled nylon is a really sturdy material. But for $150 for a quad kit, I would expect it to be made out of something different, in my opinion. That's where I prefer the Exchange that Brandon brought up. I have backed the Exchange personally, as I feel that being made out of solid aluminum and a company that is known for making 3D printer upgrade kits would have a pretty good understanding of what it would take to make it versus Wham Bam, which has never made a 3D printer, like, upgrade part. They've made, beds and slat mats. Make sure it spins. Okay. Yep. And 2 M310s to attach it from behind. Oh, I think I already grabbed those M310s. I did. Yeah, Brian Vines has definitely got my favorite video on the topic. So he stressed some concerns. He did a good job showing how it works. I probably watch Brian Vines the most when it comes to reviews. I don't know if it's the dad jokes or the fact that it's really simple to understand what he's saying. Yeah, and that's my issue with injection molded plastics, is there could be warping. There could be warping. Doesn't mean there will be, but there could be. Motor holder. Chris has a box of motors, and they're actually Prusa motors. Y-axis. One that says Y-axis. That's what I need. There it is. Come here. Y-axis motor. All right, 2 M3 nuts. Yeah, I don't like that naming convention, because it's not really how you would name it. I don't like the name either, but exchange, when you think about it, it makes sense. It's like you're exchanging things, so it must be some kind of quick removal. Mutant to me says it's a video game or a comic book. What's up, David? Well, that's if the warping isn't fixed in true production. So injection molding plastic isn't easy. I mean, there's a reason why Prusa has been so adamant about not using injection molded plastic. It's like, one, you can't do intricate geometries like you can with 3D printing. You know, all these holes and, you know, little areas where you're the overhang is a little much. Yeah, but can you print it accurately enough? So these are all tough decisions. All I know is I want the technology to succeed. Victor, yeah, I mean, I always notice my parts being a lot stronger and having less flex when I switch to M310. When I switch to that, and let's see what way they want the motor. Oh, of course. In the end, I just want it to succeed because I could definitely use more things like that in my life. We all could, because that's an awesome idea. The Mini comes with an injection molded frame part, and it looks to be a different type of injection molding, where it's like a two-half cavity style, so the hole should stay aligned, but PC4M10, does anyone have brass plastic insert number? Ooh, that's a tough one, Dave. Dan? Yeah, they're really stiff. I do them with 4 walls and 30 to 40% infill, and they're not going anywhere. Best part about this cart, I need to get to the back of the printer. Whee! Whee! I am now at the back of the printer. Yeah, on all of those plates, I just want them to succeed. We should all want them to succeed because that is some technology that will definitely push 3D printing forward. And I'm all for it, regardless of small caveats. So while I have my concerns, I'm way too excited about seeing more removable plate systems hitting the market. Okay. Well, I can change this thing to comments too. That way I'm not looking at pictures. I bought a school cart. A 3D printer without 3D printed parts is not a 3D printer. So, damn, all those enders. All right. Ooh, carriage assembly time. Hey, look at that. Time to put on our bearings. Of course, I only have U-bolts and lock nuts, so I can't be as cool as these pictures that show me that's weird. These U-bolts don't fit in this. What is this nonsense? They're threaded. Huh. These things are threaded. Oh, that's because the new Prusa uses these clips now. And it doesn't fit the U-bolts anymore. So this frame carriage, it's threaded for that. Oh, look at that. How does Chris resolve this? What's up, SBC3D? Yeah, Dan, injection molded is cheaper unless you need to change something. Then it's more expensive. Yeah, I have to use the steel clips, drill it, print clamps. Okay. What's up, German 3D printing nerd? All right, we can do this. Let's bust open SolidWorks. Busting open SolidWorks. What's up, Nikita? And once SolidWorks is open, I'll have to move the chat over to here. Boop. Boop. Moving chat over to here. Make a new part. Boy, this is not expected. Share screen. Screen 1. Nope. Screen 2. Boop. Allow. All right. Let's make a bearing holder that will work with this. Oofta. 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 Let's get out a bearing and a caliper, because I will need to confirm some sizes. Can't use the bare ones. The bare ones would go through the slots at the top. These have thread, so I'd have to thread it through so it wouldn't get the proper compression. So we're going to have to design some real quick and print them and make that work. This is fine. So front plane, sketch. And we will need a rectangle. Boop, boop. Ooh, clone extruders, not really. So bearings are 15 millimeters in diameter. Let's see how close that is. That is, they are exactly 15 millimeters. Look at that. And the grooves are 16.5 millimeters apart. Which isn't really important. And how thick are these gaps? About 1 millimeter. Okay. Oofta. Oofta. So they're going to be 15 millimeters. My hole is going to be from here to here, 30 millimeters. Okay. Dimension. $30 millimeters, boom. And $18 millimeters. This will work better. This design will work better. And so there's that. There's that. And how tall would it need to be? So 15 plus a few millimeters, right? Yeah. So half of 15 plus 2 millimeters. So 7.5. Yeah, we can do that. We can go to feature, extrude cut, extrude. And so 7.5 plus 2 is 9.5. So we'll say 10 millimeters. Hey, what's up, Gigaloader? Okay, sketch, boop, circle. Actually, we'll do a couple things. We'll add a center line, boop, boop, and Boop. Smart dimension. So, ooh, that's actually something I didn't think about. The bearing doesn't get covered halfway. Bearing actually only inserts in that groove a little bit. That's 13 millimeters that it goes into it. Okay. So 15 millimeters. And dimension. Actually, don't dimension. We'll just grab this and grab this. And that's going to be a coincident. Boop. Smart dimension. This. Boop. Oh, dang it. It did combine it. I don't want it to combine on the center. Control Z, Z. Okay. Smart dimension. It's always fun. Escape. Escape. Control Z. Okay, it has a coincident. We need to remove that. That's what's messing with me. So the center of that's going to be you know what, we'll just do 8 millimeters for now. And we'll figure that out later. So this goes back to being 15. And we'll exit the sketch because we need to go higher. So much silence. Is my audio back on? My headphones were like, hey, I need to take a break. 10 millimeters. So we're going to go to 15 millimeters for now. Boom. Back to this sketch. Edit sketch. Ah. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know why my headset decided to turn off. Where's my voice meter? Oh, yeah, there it is. Huh, still picking me up. What's up, Aaron? Problem solving as always. Okay, so only 12. Let me read this again. Yeah, so 13 millimeters of that is going to stick out. Did his power come back? I don't know. Is my power gone? Maybe cam mic, audio. Boop, boop, boop. Yep, it's still there. Oh, that's why. It's got echo cancellation in here twice. I don't need that nonsense. Okay. So remove this dimension. Delete. From here to here, it's going to be 13.5 millimeters. Oh, half of 13.5. 1/2 times. Double check that. actually going to be 1/2. Times. Oh, I wish I could math faster in my head. I also put that circle on the wrong side. Sketch. Yeah. I'll fix you later. And your feature. Just delete that. We'll go back to building. I can't think this fast to fix the issue. Don't save. And back to me. There we go. And move this back over here where it belongs. All right, we're going to skip installing the bed until I get another chance to do so, because didn't know that the new carriages only work with the U-bolts. We'll have to design something to make that work, and they will. Something very similar to what Prusa has right now, but sexier. So we won't be able to do everything, but we can do a lot of things. One of them will be installing the holders for the bed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Come here. There we go. Now it won't fall out. Bear with me as I play catch up. You know, let me see if I have a different carriage. I think I have a different carriage. Maybe this one's got the slots for the normal U-bolts to go through. Oh, that would be amazing. U-bolts. Oh, the U-bolts fill down these. And make sure all the holes are the same, because this is a slightly different. This is for a Voron switch wire. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, back to the U-bolts. Let's go grab my little kit of brass spacers. See, look at that. Oh, yeah. Carl, where have I been? I've been right here, bro. Where have you been? Man, this Voron one's nice. I don't think I'll make a switch wire. This is just a switch wire plate that I have. It's the same dimensions as a Mark IIIs carriage because they're based on the Mark IIIs bed. Okay. Look at that. I've been ice fishing. I wish. Yeah, I cannot wait to build a Voron. I have an entire Voron Zero kit sitting right there in a box. Man, I'm so glad I always have extra things. How to save a build. Because I was about to rip off a another printer to make this thing work. Oh. Stop sharing my entire screen over there. Why am I not making the Voron switch wire? I don't have all the parts. But when I said I needed a carriage to make these printers work, thankfully I got one of these. I was going to use this on a different printer, but I'll work in CAD tonight and make a nice 3D printed holder. So there's some differences too in this carriage. So it's actually brushed aluminum. And there's extra holes for the switch wire parts, but it retains the original holes of the Prusa Mark III. So now I can go back to using the U-bolts. Okay. They do fit. They fit. Okay. Remember to hit the like button. Thank you, Mr. Viking. And because I have correctly greased these bearings, they're going to be dirty. So we're gloving up. Now, I normally have black gloves, but guess what became very difficult to get during this ordeal? My favorite black nitrile gloves. So now I have blue nitrile gloves, and they're not as sexy. But as you can see, they are properly lubricated. There's some extra grease on the outside because it's just bearing steel, so they could corrode. So I gotta make sure I grab the right ones. I'm gonna use just these generic ones for the Y-carriage. So bearing there, and bearing there. Boop. One more generic bearing. Just gotta make sure they don't say THK on them or have the Misumi made in Vietnam nonsense. New glove. New glove, who dis? See, this would have been better if Chris had realized that he needed a 3D printed thing to make it work earlier. Last U-bolt. Or if he ordered bearing clips from Prusa. One or the other. Lock nuts. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I'll put a glove on the other hand. Hate getting covered in grease. 66 viewers. Y'all are the best. Okay, pre-threading. Oh, Renee, you got a stream tonight? If anybody wants to watch the most relaxing thing in the world, Renee over there from My Coloring Corner, she colors with colored pencils and pens and such, and has the best, like, Bob Ross, female Bob Ross voice, like super calming, super chillax. Okay, I need a 5.5 millimeter drive for that. Is that this one? That is this one. See, Chris always has tools. And they're usually somewhat near him. Now you want to center them. So as you tighten one and you notice it's shorter than the other side, you loosen it so you can tighten it back. There we go. Oh, I'm going to do this all in one stream, bro. I am not leaving until this printer is printing. Make the grease squeeze out. I already did all that yesterday, man. I just leave the grease on the outside so it doesn't rust. Because this basement, tends to have 40% humidity in it. Okay. Hey now, llama. 66 amazing people that have nothing else to do but watch me. Oop, that's too far. The only downfall of these U-bolts is tightening them too far. And then also having them center. Basically, you just want to get them so they don't wobble. Okay. Just a little boop and a boop. Okay. All right. Scroll down. Yeah, mounting your Y rods. Let's make sure I grab the right ones. The shortest ones, I believe, are Z. The longest ones are X. These should be Y. That looks to be correct. Okay. Loud. Llama. You weirdo. Okay. These go here. Clean all that excess grease off. Boom. I don't have the holders. And I was going to make it as original as Prusa as I could be. So I used the fancy, you know, the fancy thing that I have. Let's see here. You know how I am. If I'm going to be OG, I'm going to be OG, right? There we go. Oh! Square nut. Disappeared. They don't stick in there the best. That's all I got to say. Static fires. No fires here. This isn't a llama stream yet. I'm getting there, though. Getting closer and closer to being a llama stream. Okay. That is all done and ready. Now, knowing these T-nuts or these square nuts, they're going to want to slide out. So we're going to install this from the upside down angle. Not the easiest way of doing this, but this is how I'm going to do it because I'm a weirdo. Okay. There we go. Let's do this one now. Okay. Another one in. Okay. Next print will be a starship. I approve. Okay. And I did drop a couple square nuts anyway, even with my super careful technique. Luckily, Chris has pliers and can shove square nuts right back where they belong. Hey, hey. Get back in your home. M310. There we go. More M310s. Okay. Okay. You can do it, Chris. Get in there. It's the last ones. There we go. Now, before I ever tighten the carriage down completely, there's something I always do, which is slide the bed as far forward as it will go. Oh, I got to tighten it down, though. Okay. 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 Push down on it. That way it is straight. Because they are printed plastic parts, and they don't necessarily want to be exactly where you want them to be. So applying that pressure makes sure it's nice and flat and even. Go in the back. Tighten the rod into the hole. Okay, pull those wires out of the way. Okay. And a little bit of magic with a tightening tool. Now that everything's nice and aligned and moving. Boom. Okay. That was fun. Doesn't Prusa have this part designed? They have it in metal, and you have to order it from them. What's up, Chris Travis? Oh, it's fine now. I don't fully tighten those U-bolts until everything's all together and aligned. So the U-bolts were a little bit lower than they needed to be. So now I've tightened them fully. Now it no longer, it was just clipping that bottom, the frame. No more. All done. Scroll down. Yep, I align that. Yep. All right, let's do some Y-axis belt assembly. Woo! All right. First, I need some hex nuts. 2 of them, in fact. Let's see. Ooh, and one of them has a... Yep, I also need a nylock. Never actually used this belt tensioning method. I never liked it, and I always printed something else for the tightening of the Y-axis. But we're going stock. So we're gonna try it. No arguing. We're just gonna try it. Nice. Filament 1 makes some really nice filament. Like, that is some of the glitteriest stuff I've ever seen in my life. So much glitter. I'll push that down. Boop. It's funny how Prusa tolerances are for nuts. Some of them are loose, some of them are tight. But Prusa tends to over-extrude their parts to make it normal. All right, assembling the belt. This one's going to be a little bit difficult because I don't have the exact length of the belt unless they give it to me. 650 millimeters. So if I grab my tape measure and I grab my bag o' belt, thought I put that up here. I guess I didn't put that up here, which means it should be down here, but I don't see it down here. Who stole my belt? There it is. I did. I stole my own belt. Okay. Get rid of one of these zip ties. Get one of those. All right, 650 millimeters. So 65 of these centimeters. We'll go to 66. We'll trim as needed. Boop. Boop. Always measure twice. Cut 7 times. Yep. Keith, no, I've never figured it out. I have no idea what they're talking about. M310. Make a loop like this with the screw in your fingers. And shove it into, looks to be this part. Nope, nope, nope. It's the other one. Screw it into this part. Where's my nice brass? There it is. Brass. I don't know what this thing is, but I like it. Okay. Screw the belt in the hole with the thing. Okay. And that step. Yep, that's correct. Insert that one somewhere. Oh, okay. So this is the one that goes underneath and towards the idler side. Can do. Oh my. All of my bits are magnetized and they keep pulling out this dang hex nut. I'll try to lock that into place with a little bit of excessive force. Want to see a bench sheet by tomorrow? I think I can do that. Or if I can find an original memory card with the slicing of it done already. That would be cool. Okay, turn it upside down. Oh no, this is motor side. See, I'm glad I re-looked at the picture. M310. That person was amusing. I don't know where he gets his information from. It was very puzzling. Okay. That doesn't seem right. What kind of crack are you doing here? Let's look at this picture bigger. Yeah. What? Well, the picture is wrong. Oh. Oh. I installed the belt wrong. See? Never done it this way. This is what happens. But I'm learning. Okay, so the belt goes this way around it. Matthew, I'm breaking everything. Oh, I'm off center of the camera. There we go. This is confusing. Oh, I installed it upside down, so it goes like this, but like this. Hmm. See? You just have to pay more attention, Chris. This is why we use instructions. It's the first time Chris has ever installed the this modified Z-belt thing that they designed. Chris also needs a pulley. Come here, pulley. Crummy Florida weather. I can cure my parts off my... Oh. Well, that's no fun. Let's see. How does that belt wrap around this bad boy? Show me your secrets. Okay. Okay. There we go. Put this belt on here. Pull this all the way to here. Straighten that out. You push that in there a little bit deeper. There we go. Always got to be tricky about your belt paths. Well, that's not correct. Chris pulled too much and it made it wrong. Dang it. Come on. This thing's being a butt munch. There we go. Okay, now the next piece. Scrolling down. Yeah. Poor cocky lap printer. No, not invention. Not happening. Okay. This belt goes down here. Comes up here. Goes this way. Okay. Now let's put this belt over here. M310. It's always an M310. If you don't have a collection of M310s, you don't own a Prusa. Because gosh darn, they use M310s like it's candy. Which I wish I had while I was doing this build. Okay. Now, let's get that nylock back. You know what? I have some candy from the orders of Atomic I have, so I should have some Albanese, which tend to be better. Okay, put that in there. And M330. Boop. M330. Okay. Hooah. I'm going to do this my way. M310. Ouch. There's not a lot of room down here. Okay. So basically all I'm doing here is getting a little light tension in there. I'm going to lock the belt in. A little bit of light tension, and then I'll poke the screw through. Do the final tightening here. Needs a little bit more. 1, 2 teeth. Come here. Boop. Boop. Okay. See? And that should do it. Okay. Tighten this one down. Okay. Oofta. Okay. We have tightened the belt. I don't want any sugar-free gummy bears. Don't you get me to pooping all over the place. Okay. We've done it. We got the Y-axis attached. Go team. Okay. And there we go. what's next? Yes, I have tensioned the belt. If I push on it, it has tension. Now it says eat some gummy bears. X-axis assembly. I like the X-axis better. A lot more room for activities. X-axis uses these longer rods. Let's grab some X-axis parts. So this should be an X-axis motor. Yeah. See, it's labeled. It says X-axis. And they added this new tensioner in here. And should need some carriage parts. Eventually. Should need this. Probably one of these. Shouldn't do it for the X. It's a pretty simpleness. Okay. Yeah, so, and they beefed up some other parts. So they added a little bit of beefness right there to where that bolt goes, which is nice. Yeah, other than that, basically the same thing. Joss, that is a fancy red atomic CF PET G. It's pretty darn sexy. What's up, Mr. Buttram? Did you get your headphones yet? Of course, I didn't clean this up. I have a little bit of strugly in there. Now, before you break the parts, test to make sure the hole fitment. Yep, that's tight, but not too tight. 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 This is where calibrating your printer matters, because they show in the guide that you can drill it out with an 8mm bit, but there's no way you're getting that 8mm bit perfectly straight in there. For me, it's all about making sure that the parts are printed correctly with enough force in there that you can get it partially. I mean, if you can get it, let's see, that looks like about 5mm in there. The rest of it's pretty easy. So you should be able to get them in there without busting the parts. You might see me use a rubber mallet. Use that to your own risk. That's just something that I do to sometimes get them in the rest of the way if I need to. And people are commenting on things. So let's get busy. So Chris needs to shove 4 bearings in there. Let me get his gloves back out. And let me get a sip of water. Water is goodness. What's up, Jay After Dark? Okay, so those two stay there. Now it's got to find the THK bearing. That way it doesn't end up in the mix here, because these should all be the same. Okay. LMU 8U. This is a regular one. Now, one side's got a little stopper on it. It is set there is no pain in the butt. You just plug and play. So we'll get that first bearing in there. Oh, yeah. Forgot. Prusa, unlike Bear, they have a little tab you got to break so it prints better. There's a little itty bitty tab here, so you can't actually get the bearings unless you cut this tab. I'll show you on the other part so you see what I'm talking about. So where it prints from the bottom you can see that it's all one continuous loop. So how do you shove a bearing in there when it has to expand? Well, it's actually a tab that you cut. So if you look at this one, so focus is, I have cut that little tab. So right there, there's a little cut tab now. So now it can expand and let you shove bearings in there. And then on the bottom side, it actually has a catch. If I were to design this thing, I would just put the tab on this side, and then you shove the bearings in from underneath. But the tightness isn't, in my opinion, isn't that well done, just part to bearing. So it could slide out from the bottom, and it can still slide out the bottom even though it has this little catch here. It's just a preference here. Let me also clean up some other goodness here. There's always a little bit of goobers that end up in here. The DA maker's like, hey, those things should connect, and in the real world they shouldn't connect. So it likes to add a little goober there, thinking they're supposed to connect, and they don't. So you just clip it off. And then on this part, I'm also going to clip that little printed safety thing. Now, if you've seen the bare parts, they have a screw that actually tightens the two halves together. That way they don't slide out. The bottom still has a catch, but the top also has a bevel, so it's easier to get bearings in. Let me throw this glove away. Oh, the only thing I hate about this is just waste. Dirty, dirty gloves. All right, let's try that again. So now that yep, that goes in there much easier. Still going to be tight. Again, I print my things to fit as they should. So this is not a THK. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the back of a, which handle is it that I use? I think it's, is it this bad boy? Yep. Push that all the way till it's down. Grab this one. Push that till it's all the way down. And then we're going to look at the rotation of them and make sure they're turned 90 degrees apart from each other. So here's the THK bearing that I've been looking for. That way I don't use that. So 90 degrees apart from each other is here. And same spot here. Okay. Bearings are inserted. Not my favorite technique in the world, but it exists. Okay, let's build some things. Weird steps. Insert bearings, grab things to make your idler, insert your bearings. Yeah, this guide is actually strangely built. So in here I need a square nut. Boop. And from the other side I need an M330 because that's the other size screw Prusa uses a lot, is M330. Boop. And my favorite thing. Okay. Is it? Don't you turn it 90 degrees? So if the bearings are aligned, you turn it 90 degrees, not 45. I mean, they will be 45 apart, but you would align the bearing and turn the bearing 90 degrees if the grooves were facing each other. But the grooves would be 45. I don't know. Let me look at this picture better. Yeah, they say 45, but you're literally taking it and turning it. Oh, that would realign it. You're right, it's 45 degrees. So it's taking that groove and moving it to 45. Ah, Tom with the correct answer. I just know to make sure that one bearing groove is this way and one bearing groove is this way, and then there's another one here. So yeah, it would be here, then the other ones are in between. It would make an X. Okay, idler. Bloop. Should probably put this X-axis motor pulley on here. That way I don't forget to do that halfway through. Unscrew. Unscrew. Okay. Partially tighten that down. Okay, idler. I need a nylock and an M318, which I have. Nikita, the advantage of the Super Pinda is that you will not need a temp chart. So with the Pinda 2, what you're going to do is you're going to calibrate the Pinda to the expansion of the Pinda itself. So while it's probing at, let's say your bed is 80 degrees Celsius, the probe might be a certain distance versus, printing PLA at 60 degrees Celsius. You can counteract that by doing the temp compensation, which will then give itself a chart. So when it measures, it has a thermistor inside the probe, so it'll go, okay, I'm at 60 C, so this is my actual probe distance. When I'm at 100 C, this is my actual probe distance. It takes about 10-15 minutes to run the probe calibration. Super Pinda doesn't distort based on its temperature, and it works really well. So yeah, it's pretty super. All right. Gently insert rods and bearings. And we're going to use the longest rod for this. We need 2 bearings on top, 1 bearing on the bottom. We'll just put the THK bearing in there. Need a glove again, because my bearings are greasy. For the cable clips. For the heat bed, I use ABS to attach the cable to the heat bed. Everything else is CF PETG. So I'll just insert this rod as far as I can get with my hands and insert this. Clean the bearing of all the grease. Yes, I know this looks very sexual. I apologize for anyone. Of course, that's not the bottom rod, that's the top rod. So Chris needs 2 of these Masumi bearings. At a medium pace. Okay. So glad that all my future printers will never, ever, ever use linear bearings like this. I hope. I hope Prusa does not use bearings like this anymore. Ever. What's up, Mr. Ben? Okay. Step llama. Okay. Boop. I'm all out of meme controls. You can do it. Boom. Now we attach this one to this. What's nice is that grease makes that one slide in a lot easier. Okay. Scrolling down. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh. M318 screws. 3 of them. Going to install an X-axis motor. Okay, get into hole. And we got to leave these somewhat loose because we're going to tension this. The tensioner is actually built into this print. So, should be good to go once I get this all in there. To the next step. Yep. Total movement. Let's find out how good of an adjustment they did on this one. That was always my issue. Really? That's it? .3 millimeters. Oh, it's better than it was before. Still could be better, guys. Okay. And next step. Oh, I got grease on my... Oh, I got grease on the thing. No. Chris has got more paper towels. His mouse now has grease on it. Thankfully, he's got isopropyl alcohol in a spray bottle. Poor mouse. Okay. Let's go back to English translation. Time for the Z-axis. All right, Dave, I'm starting. Oh, you like my Viking shirt? I love my Viking shirt. I love my Viking. Okay. Z-axis time. Here's some Z-axis motors. Let's take a rubber band off. Yeah, I'll start over from the beginning. Let me just break everything with a hammer and start from scratch. I'll even start printing all the parts over again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, cheerio. I see something. Yep. I see something. Someone sent me one motor. It's a TR8x2. So I don't have the motors to finish this printer. That's not good. I need some TR8x4 start. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Let me see what Chris can find in his boxes of things. Can Chris find a random Z-axis motor? Nope, those are his two boxes that usually have motors, would have motors in them for Z. Nope, what's in this box? I know this has Z motors in it, but I think these are TR8x2s as well. Yep, these are TR8x2 motors, custom made for when I tested those for double the resolution. Woofda. Huh. Huh. TR. Huh. Well, that's no good. Someone called Jason from LDO. Because this one's a TR8-4. This one's a TR8-2. Yep, TR8-2. Regular. I can no longer finish this. No. It's the one thing Chris does not have extra of is Z motors. Let me just double check. Let me go double check a pile of things back in the corner over here. Come with me, everybody. I need a flashlight. We're going to the deep, dark basement. Let's see here. No Z motors on those frames. No Z motor on that frame. No Z motor on that frame. Any? Nope. Here's some printer parts. Not any Z motors. No. Jason, you have forsaken me. Hmm. What to do? What to do? I know Printed Solid and OEM 3D sell these Z motors. Yeah, the 5-pack of motors is super cheap. Buying them individually is a little expensive. Like I think they're $40 a pop. Let me continue searching here real quick. What can Chris find in his boxes of things? Z motors is one thing I used my last spares up on another build. Could steal it off of that printer. All right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to finish this build by stealing parts off another build. I'll be back. Let's see how quickly he can take this thing apart. Okay, that's gone. And that's gone. Okay. Ooh, which Z motor matters? So the one that's the good one. Oh, they're both long wires. Yeah, they're both the same long wire, so that can be the far one. So what I need to do is kidnap a short one. Ooh, not the best. Can't steal that motor, actually, because that one was recrimped with a different thing. Dang. I can't steal any off of those because they've also been cut. Use the torch. Good night, Arenda. Kidnapping's a felony. Where? Recycling area. Well, let's see how far I can get with one lead screw. I always add the other lead screw in later. Woofda. Let me send a message to Jason. Jason. Take a picture. Okay. What else can I continue building without that? Let's see, the Z-axis. Yeah, I guess I can get some things done on the Z-axis. Could I? No, not really. Skip it. Yeah, let's build an extruder. Skip to the extruder building part. Okay. This wouldn't be a Chris live stream with some sort of travesty like that. Okay. I can at least attach the Z-axis motor goodness. Look at that, and I can move that to here. Boom. And attach the Z motor holders. Grab the extruder stuff. Grab an INC board. I can do all that stuff. Extruder motor. Extruder stuff. Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna eat none of those sugar-free gummy bears. You guys are crazy. Fan. Bits and pieces. Ball holder. Filament sensor. Okay. I can still do things. I can still do things. All right. Boop. Alrighty then. So this one says L. They have marked them now. They've beefed them up, which is super nice. So let me clean this one up a bit. This one's got some gunkiness on the inside that I don't like. How about the other one? Any gunkiness in there? That's a little bit. A couple stray hairs. Okay. M310s? Always M310s. Oh. And put these two in the top first. And attach this one here. So I'm just going to attach the things to hold the motors in place. And then I'll finish that later. When I get an additional Z motor. Okay. Man, that color looks good. The horror. It's not a cheap knockoff power supply. That is a Meanwell power supply, sir. It's a 350 watt OG Meanwell power supply. Thank you very much. It's not a Prusa power supply, but this is my very first Prusa frame, and my very first Prusa's power supply died after a lot of abuse. And I had replaced it with this, so I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's bring back my very first Prusa. Yeah, so this is a discontinued model, Meanwell 350 watt power supply, 14 amp. Okay. Man, that dark cherry red looks so good against black. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Let's build an extruder. I can do that. I could do that. So Chris has this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. Oh, there should be a lid for it somewhere. Huh. Where'd the lid? I know I saw it in here. I know I printed it. Oh, yeah, there's the lid. Okay. So, I need a lever. Now, where'd I put the lever? I know I grabbed it. There's that piece, there's that piece, there's this piece, this. Don't need this over here. Don't need this. Let's get magnetized back to where it was. That's electronics case stuff. Electronics case stuff. Huh. I know I grabbed a lever. Where did Chris put the lever? Ah, there it is. Underneath the fan. Alright. Chris needs to grab a bunch of hex nuts. 2 hex nuts. Chris needs a magnet kit, which he has. Which he has somewhere. Don't know where he has it, but he's got one. He thought he set it aside, but this will do. Okay. Square nut. 2 of them. M310, M318. A ball, which I have. Alright, let's shove those hex nuts in there. Hex nut. Open fire. Let's grab an M320 so we can get that set in the body correctly. Okay. Hey, now, that's not the biggest fan that I have. I got bigger fans. I got a 120 millimeter fan somewhere. I was going to make a soldering station fume extractor for it. With it. Okay. Those are buried. Now it says flip it over. Shove a square nut up in here. We'll use my technique of grabbing it with one of these. Okay, that goes in there Not snugly at all. And shove a magnet, a tiny magnet, into the tiny arm. Magnet kit. Chris always has magnet kits around. I printed at 255, Ken. I have a hardened steel nozzle, vanadium, so it absorbs a little bit of heat, so I print a little higher than advertised. Okay, now let's attach that screw to this and shove this. Oh, there's a little bit of goober down in there. Let's make sure we clean all that goober up out of there. Stray hairs. I didn't dry this filament. I left it out for a long time before I started printing these parts, so I had a lot of stray goobers. Oh, use the M318. Well, if you're grabbing the M310 like a doofus head. Yes, Chris, use the screw that's not even long enough to reach the hole. This makes sense. Okay, make sure it moves on its own easily. It doesn't wobble around. Okay, still wobbles a little bit. Still wobbles a little bit. Yeah, see, that one's too tight. There we go. That has no tension, and it does the magic. Steel ball! That's in this little bag. Steel ball. Steel ball goes in the thingy. Boop. Steel ball slides in the thingy hole. Okay. Magnet. You want the magnet pointing so it pushes the thing away. There we go. Oh! Whoa! That launched the magnet all the way to the floor. That is a very strong magnetic non-attraction. Okay. Yep, now it works. So that gets set aside. Now we need a motor and 2 M310s. Everything's an M310. What do we need that other M310 for over there? For nothing. Told me to grab an M310 and M318, but we never used the M310. Okay. These guides are getting worse. Okay, 2 M310s and the motor plate. So motor wire goes that way. This goes this way. Put screws in these bottom holes. Got it. J After Dark, I haven't really watched CES. I'll just catch a brief overview once it's all over with. It's not one of the things that I've ever been super interested in. Okay, boom. Insert Bondtech gear. That's right here. And this slides down here. And we need the one that does not have a ball thread. Oh, it's pretty aligned. You can always do final adjustments later. Oh, look at that. It shows me using a piece of filament to align it. Do I got any filament near me? I do. Always keep a spool of Jesse filament near me. But where's the tag end of it? There it is. Yeah, that is centered. I don't like their method of centering it, but okay. Put a square nut in here. Boop. Okay. Okay. Oh, Hotend. I got one of those. Built it the other day. Let me just screw that in. I need a nozzle for it. I don't think... Did I set a nozzle aside for it? That's right. I didn't know what nozzle I wanted to put with it. So I just kind of sat there like a dummy head. And I was going to choose a nozzle eventually. Where's my box? Ah, here's my box of nozzles. Let's see what Chris has left. What's up, Ryan Thorpe? Let's see. Got some nozzle X's. Got some vanadium nozzles. Got a Bondtech 0.25. Volcano nozzles. Diamondized nozzle. 0.8 millimeter nozzle. What are you? 1, 2, 3 dots. 4 dots. 4 dots is 0.6 millimeters. What are you? 1, 2, 3 dots. That's a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. What else do I have down in here? There's an aluminum nozzle. Here's a micro Swiss, just a plain micro Swiss nozzle. Here's a Bondtech 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Vanadium 0.8. Nozzle X 0.8. Got the BMG Bondtech, so the magnet holder does not sit flat inside. That's strange. What are you? Bondtech 0.8. What's up, Jason? I can't finish my printer. I have the wrong Z-axis motor. I am sad. Boy, I got so many nozzles. Okay, let's see. This one, the ones that was machined poorly, or was it the one that was machined correct? Oh yeah, this is machined poorly. Yep, doesn't even fit in the threads. There's an E3D copper nozzle. This one should be better. Yep, that's good enough. We'll put that nozzle in there. All right, screw it on fully. And then unscrew it a half turn. Tighten the heat brake to it. Put that on there for now. That will stay together as it should for now. Okay. Needs to... okay. Chris needs 2 M310s. They go through this hole. And this hole. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's your fault. One of the Z-axis motors was a TR82, which won't work with this build, because one of them's the correct Z-axis motor, one of them's a half motor, so it will not work for this build. So this slides into here. Nice. And this motor end slips on top of it. Oh, look at that. Wow. Look at that. Okay. Insert two M340s. M340s. And then we sandwich this piece on top. And M340. Yeah, calibrate each motor differently. Nope. Don't think that's going to work too well. Okay. There's supposed to be an M340. Space on the back plate. All right, Chris, put a back plate. Silly banana peel. Hopefully, yeah, that's from the 40 side. Okay. That is aligned nicely. Tighten it down. Ender 3 that machine. No. No, 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 no. Oh, that's not centered at all. Silly Bondtech gear. Wrong tool. Correct tool. Actually, something that I normally do, and I think I have it here somewhere. Nope. Thought I had a spare one. Okay. There's that piece of filament I had cut. Boop, boop, boop. Make sure my audio's back on. Don't think I charged my headset. Audio. Yeah, still picking me up. Okay. It's going to get an 90. This is going to be as stock of a Prusa as I can make. Okay, that's good. That's good. And Chris was looking for something. And that was that piece of filament he had cut to line things up with. He'll just have to cut more. Because he keeps setting stuff down and he keeps losing it. He's still confused. Okay, let's line up that pulley better. Oh, there it is. There's my cutting tool. And cool. That works. Okay. Now let's drop the Bondtech gear and go hunting for it. I just dropped the Bondtech gear because I had loosened up too much. Going underneath. Where did I drop it to? Let's see here. There it is. There's that Bondtech gear. Any correct Z motors down here? Nope. Wishful thinking while I'm down there. Let's see here. Maybe carriage can be tapped for both U-bolts and threaded? Maybe. Well, the U-bolts are exactly 3 millimeters, so that's the difficult part. So if you thread for a 3 millimeter bolt, that's going to be about 2.8 millimeters. Okay. Let's properly align this. I don't like the way they want me to line it in the guide. That's just silly. This makes much more sense. Okay. Oh, Jeremy, I'd use my own firmware that Keith just shared. Okay. That's taken care of. Now Chris needs to put some square nuts into this plate back here. So how many does he need? 1, 2, 3, 4. He needs 4 square nuts. Those aren't over there. Those are right here in front of him. See? He always leaves square nuts in front of him. Oh, those fit in perfectly. So strange how some of the dimensions are in Prusa parts. Use the same printer for all the parts. Oh, that's just a smaller square nut. I don't know where in the world I got that one. Come on. There we go. One last square nut. Okay. Everything aligns nice and beautifully. And then need to tap in some hex nuts, which are right here. Hey, get back over here. Let's grab this longer screw and help me align this. Ultimate Machine makes awesome boards, and it would be really cool if they finally like sat down and made a, modern day board. But I think their business model is more geared towards making boards for manufacturers. B200, yeah, there's always that one. A 9C with replaceable drivers and a 32-bit processor. That would be a BTT 002. I don't get the naming convention, but it's there. All right. 2 months from now, you guarantee this will be an SKR bear, Ryan? No. No, no. No, 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 no. No. Okay. Oh, sure, Keith. Dreaming big. Okay. IR sensor cable. I have one of those. I set aside over here. Didn't I? I did. See? I remember most of the things. Okay. Shove this wire into these grooves. Okay, let's grab a tool to make sure we get those wires in the little cubby hole that they made for it. Okay, one more cubby hole to work around. It does run Marlin, sort of. Okay, this between the connector and the carriage should be 15 millimeters. I can do that. Okay. That's taken care of. This motor wire hides under here. And this piece and this piece do the disco. Okay. Hey, get back in there, you wire. You should be giving me some of that oh, no. See, you're giving me that nonsense again. I don't like that nonsense, Mr. Wire. There we go. Okay. Get in that corner, wire. There we go. See, that wasn't too difficult. Okay. Of course, I dropped a square nut while doing all this. Because square nuts do not stay in their home. Yeah, the rest of them did. Just the one. Okay. Then use the M3 10 screws to attach the thingy to the thingy. And that M3 10 screw to this thingy. Okay. IR sensor. Do I have an IR sensor screw down here? I do. I have a spare one in this bag. Let's find out. Teeny tiny screw. There it is. I'm upgrading, going back my... Yeah. Yeah, Ray, I'm still waiting for that super pinda as well. Oh, my horse for a pinda. Utter silverware draw. Okay. Pinda's plugged in. Not Pinda. Probe is plugged in. There we go. I'll put this cover on, because why not? Okay. Cover is attached. Oh, man. I have no idea. Printasolid really needs to hurry that up. That would be smashingly awesome. M340 screw. Boy, I'm running low on M340s. There we go. And Hotend fan. M314. M314s? I don't have any M314s. Yes, son of a guns. Let me go look through this extruder thing. Where's my extruder parts bag? M314s. That is not a normal size. Luckily, Chris has this little measuring guide, so you can figure out what screw length he has. So let's see what's in this box of nonsense. That doesn't look like an M314. It is an M314. 1, 2, and this should be the third one, I think. Yep, M314s, 3 of them. Fan. Oh, it's that damn square nut fell out again. Hate square nuts. Hate them. Okay. M314. Okay. Look at that beautiful extruder. And there's a beautiful extruder right there. So nice. Okay. Hey, look at that. I already got this door thing right here. Gonna put a nylock in it, even though it doesn't say to put a nylock in it. Something I've always done when it comes to these. Definitely don't want that loosening up and falling out over time. Hey, Hey, Thomas. Yeah, there's a super party over here. Pull up a chair. Soft drinks are upstairs. I need something for those square nuts, man. They disappear and fall out so quickly. Okay, that goes there. M340. Oh, well, I probably have one here. Is that an M340 right here? So I'll have to grab it from my collection. There we go. M340. Okay. Yep. M340 screw again with a bearing, with a spring. It is the dark cherry red. Okay. Ooh, time to attach the fan. Look at that nonsense. Where's my fan arm? Chris needs a hex nut. Show him that hex nut in there. Using this screw to set it. Getting so close. Okay. Okay, let me check this, see if I've inserted a square nut in there. I have not, but I certainly can. M320. Is this an M320? This looks like an M320. That's an M318. So M320? Yes. Dude, that dark blue CF Pet G, Sergio, is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is really, really, really pretty. Okay. Where's the rest of this going? Ah, yes. Let's attach this arm to here. M310? Yep, M310. Safety orange CF Pet G. That might not be a bad thing. Okay. M320s. Should have two of those here. That is an 18. Here's an M320. Yep, M320. What are you? Are you an M320 or M318? 320. And a hex nut. That gets inserted into there. Thanks to me. Okay. And fan. Blower fan. No, I grabbed the blower fan. It's right here. says Prusa on it. It has a serial number. Whoa. M320. Okay. Blower fan is installed. It's even looking prettier. Focus. Yeah. Dark cherry red CF PET G. Some black parts. Good contrast. I like it. Okay. Super Pinda preparation. I don't have one of those. I have a Pinda 2 somewhere. A lot of them. Yep, here's a Pinda 2. Square nut. That be beefy. It is. It's a very big extruder. Okay. M310. Always an M310. Constantly an M310. There we go. Okay. As far as I can go with the extruder. What else can I build on this thing? Can't attach it to anything. I mean, I can attach it to the x-axis if I really want to. That's a heck of a lot easier to do when it's on the z-axis. I can attach the INC board stuff. LCD, yep. So we'll set this thing over on the cart. And Chris needs to find a screen to put on it. So, red light. Unplug this bad boy. Hopefully I'm still got the audio going. I'll have to steal this screen. This is going to go on a different printer. Squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky. PET G in general absorbs moisture. This will absorb the same amount of moisture, but slower, but a little bit faster. So yes. Okay. Now the little armies. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Dropping square nuts. Why did they tell you to do that ahead of time? Why did I tell myself to do that ahead of time? I blame me. Hey, what's up, Paul? Let me see if the other arm holds better. That one's a little wobbly. Oops. Yeah, it's a little tighter. Okay. So now this smushes into this screen. Holder here. Oh, Chris didn't do some things. See, he's so used to his Bear printers. There's a little protective tab here, so it can clip into the... And there's a little thing here. Okay. Now we can attach that in there. Okay. And M310s. Always M310. So many M310s. They don't need to be M310s. Oh. Prusa only uses 2 screws. Still doing the 2-screw thing, huh, Prusa? Yeah, all the desiccants are in my beard. Oh yeah, that blue CF Petchy is going real fast, man. It's like, just wish I could buy more and more of it. Such a good color. Such a good color. Okay. Attach the new knob. Oh, look at that new knob. Okay. See? It's gonna have a black and white screen. That dark cherry red. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. Hey, get in there. Why don't you sit outside there hanging out? M310? Yep. Oh, yes. Super poopy. I really like this color. Alright. Can I align this without looking? I can. I'm a real boy. I was way off where the holes were in the body. There we go. M310. What's up, Chief Special K? Let's see, right there. Man, it'd be so nice if this thing would print. Streaming for 2.5 hours. Okay. Man, that's a good looking color. Dark cherry red against black. Can't attach that yet. Nope, can't do that. Next. Heat bed. I can do the heat bed. Okay, let's make some room here. Gonna make some room here. Oh, sure, Chief. Gotta copy me. I see how it is. Just kidding. Okay. Making room. Okay, parts bag. Gone. This is gone. This, and this. I got an extra one of these. Guess I can attach this stuff to it later. Okay. Moving the little parts bag over here. And moving my tools back in their little tool holders. I don't think I'll be needing any of those things anytime soon. 310. M318? This looks like an M318. M316. Okay. Man, I love this thing. Love it. So this means, yes, there'll be new updated profiles for crazy filaments like the CF PET Gs and the nylons and the whatevers. All right, what are you? M36, M38, 38. I got a drawer for that. Okay. Another M38. Cleaning off the desk. Man. Putting that down here. Okay. Good to go. And where's that tool at? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Okay. You go over here. For right now, Chris needs to work on the bed. Where's his bed box? I moved that way over here. My apologies. Huzzah! Whoa. Okay. Time to attach the thermistor. But you know what? I'll keep the cardboard box because that would be the safest thing to keep it from scratching too much. And actually, what was that? I can just put a sheet on it for now. Okay. Underneath the bed, there's a circle. That circle, that's where your thermistor goes. All right. Chris needs to find his thermistor. It's right here. And this is your typical glass bead thermistor. It's a small glass bead. And we're going to do a double tape job. First, we need aluminum tape. Aluminum tape insulates, make sure that outside forces aren't going to interact with our thermistor. Where's my scissors? There they are. You just need a square of it. Just a small square. It also has a really nice adhesive that's temp safe to 180 degrees Celsius, I believe is what this one is. You can buy whatever aluminum tape you desire. If you ever need to fix a duct, you can use this as well. Thanks, Paul. So, and it goes from the circle to here. So you just kind of want to place it. And they also tell you to spread these wires out. So they tell you to do this when you install it. Focus. Yep. See, I made that little fancy doohickery bobber. So it tells you to do that. And you're going to kind of align it like this. And you're going to tape it down. And try to get as much of the air bubbles out of there. Boom. And then I have no idea, but Prusa also suggests to use Kapton tape on top of it. So we just kind of follow along, and here's my spool of Kapton tape. I have to use 2 pieces because I don't have the wide Kapton tape. If you buy this, if you buy your thermistor from Printed Solid, they include a piece of aluminum tape and a piece of Kapton tape. I just always have some ready to go. Boom. And boom. Again, I have no idea what the Kapton tape is for. It might be just to protect the corners from peeling on the aluminum tape so it doesn't actually like come off, because that would be the worst case situation, is that while you're printing that thermistor falls off and then all of a sudden it's not reading your bed temperature correctly. So that's what it should look like when you're done. You can make it as pretty as you want. Yes, 100 likes and I will not give anything away. So there we go. We have a bed that's properly wired. Now we can bring the printer back. Oh yeah, I'll move the trash can over here because it was in my way. We can get rid of all the tapes, because you will not need that aluminum. Again, this spool of aluminum tape has lasted me a lot of printers. a lot of printers. Still using the original batch. Where's that random bearing that I had? There it is. Any chance? If they were near me, I would say yes, but they are not anywhere near me. I actually don't remember what box. I'm very organized. Anytime I, not very organized, whenever I print parts for a printer, they all go into a tote. Where that tote is, I don't recall. So, I know I got this one. So, that's as far as I've gotten. And this can all go into the thingy. Scissors won't be used again, I hope. You can go in the tool drawer. This can go back in the parts bin. This can go back over here. Now, Chris will need to open up this drawer while he speaks to himself in the third person to get that out, because he's going to attach the bed to the carriage. Yeah. So I use those brass standoffs. So if you can see these little brass standoffs here. I'll line those bad boys up. Okay. And we'll grab some screws. I'll start putting it together. What's up, Llama? What'd you have for dinner? So, as the directions would say, start in the center. Okay, I guess I'm going to stand up. Oh. I had a little piece of Kapton tape that went over that screw hole. And I was like, why isn't it going through? So we're going to force that through the Kapton tape. That'll hold it on extra good. Okay. Center hole, and then you're going to do a cross pattern. So there's actually a cross. So start at the center. I do the two left ones, or the two left ones. The two on the x-axis. So left and right of center. Boom, boom, boom. And then top and bottom. You can do those in any order you want. I'll do bottom. What's up, Justin? Blind Joe, I have a Voron Zero kit sitting right over there in a box. I have all the components for Voron Zero. I've got a custom printer over here I've been building. I got another custom printer over there I'm building. I'm working on an open source printer that I'm going to release. So, yes. Am I bored with Prusas? Yes. Do I want to see all the cool new things that they've added? Yes. Dude, BuildTech PI is the greatest PI. I don't care what anybody says. They can be wrong all they want, as Bob would say. But BuildTech PI is the greatest PI. It's not textured PI. It's not fancy PI. It's just really good PI that grips the print just right. Oop. Last screw. And then the corners, of course. And you do that in a cross pattern. Boom. Now we can put that away. And this is now a box for the recycling area. We can put the protective bed back on. Boom. And that dark cherry red, that is just nice. Leave it at that. That is just nice. Okay, what else can Chris do since he can't fully complete this printer build today? He can attach the INC case. Yeah, he can attach the INC case. Yeah, don't use those standoffs, you silly potato. Okay. INC case. Lots of square nuts again. Okay, square nut. Oh, of course these square nuts fit perfectly in there. I'm waiting for Decepticon purple, Mr. Chief. Don't ask me why. Huh. Man, it's so weird how, again, some things that they design, square nuts fit perfectly into. Some things they design, they're loose. Some things they design, tight. Same profile, same filament, same spool. It's just design stuff. This side is too tight. That side was perfect. Yeah, of course he would be. Mind you, it's not going to be called Decepticon Purple because there's already a company that makes the Decepticon Purple, infringing upon certain trademarks and such, but they do it anyway. It's a very nice purple, but Chris needs a very specific color for something that he's doing. And that color purple would be amazing. Kind of want a Mark III in Galaxy. That's a lot of black. I had an all black one. Rainbow CF. You're pushing the limits here. Yeah, no ABS. No more. Well, I still print it from time to time. Thankfully, an enclosure and a fume extractor is built into the same thing. Okay, and I need one square nut over here, which I'm guessing is going to be loose. Yep, loose. I don't. Perfect. Too tight. Yeah, you always got to have, and it's the same thing. Mind you, this is revision R1. This is a revision R3. So don't know. M310s. M310s. I think installing this INC case is as far as I can go because hooking up the electronics and stuff really isn't going to be the best thing to do if you don't have all the things. So. Okay, which holes is it? It's this one down here. Is the big one goes down here, right? Oh no, the big one goes on top. See, Chris has already been out of the Prusa game for too long. Okay. Spin me right round, maybe right round. Okay. Yeah, of course that square nut fell out. I'm just gonna leave that out until it's time. Okay. I remember all my passwords except for the ones I forget. Nice, Aubrey. Can't go wrong with the Prusa. Okay. I also really can't install the INC case because I need the X motor holder to go through there. But I can see how it would look, and it looks like it would be really nice. With the polycarbonate, I believe you want the textured sheet, but I could be very wrong. Upside down backwards, case over the... Nope, that's how they designed it, Llama. It opens up over here. I don't know why. Okay. Don't light it on fire. If I can afford it at the time, yes, I will buy one. If I can't afford it at the time, I will not be buying one. INC case. Installing an INC board. Look at that. 8-bit awesomeness. All right, I need some hex nuts. 4? Did I grab 4? I only grabbed 3. Halotron fire extinguishers. Someone's serious about their safety. Scroll down to say M310s to screw in the board. Yep, M310s. When you build a Prusa, keep a bucket of M310s around. They really like M310s. Okay. A bucket of... Nope, no clipper. Stock Prusa. Can't be stock if it runs clipper. No. Okay. So close to being as done as I can be. And last one. What's up, Bear Danks? I do not have a super Pinda for it, Mr. Special K. I have a Pinda 2 for it, and as soon as a Pinda, super Pinda becomes available, I will pick that up. Okay. Installed into the dark cherry red case. It's as far as I can go today until I get some Z-axis motor action. So Chris is going to go on the hunt for one Z-axis motor, because I only have one. The other one that was sent is the wrong style. It's funny as how quickly I noticed that was the wrong style, because when I went to pull up on the palm nut, it doesn't move. Pull up on the palm nut on this one, it moves. Oh, poopy. Look at that door. That's such a nice door. Okay. Everything else is ready until I get those last pieces in. So Chris's job tonight will be to find one TR8x4 Z lead screw for his Mark III S Plus build. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. We'll put it down there for now. And I'll move this to the workbench, because I can't work on it anymore. It can hang out with its X-axis and extruder. Don't knock it over. Okay. Whew. Oh, and the INC board can go over there. Put it back here where it's safe. That here. Move my tools away. We're at 3 hours. 3 hours. Couldn't finish it. No benchy for me. Oh, here's the smooth rods for the Z-axis. And torque wrench can go over there. Anti-static bag. Isn't it, Ryan? It is weird. It's also seeing a TR8x2 lead screw on my stream, because that's not a normal one. Oh, crash gad's over there. Boop. Aubrey, Jesse PLA is on this printer, currently on this printer, not on that printer. It's on that printer over there too, and that printer over there, and that printer over here. It's awesome. You cannot go wrong with some Jesse PLA. Well, that's as far as Chris could get in his 3D printer build. Unfortunately, he's going to have to knock the rod out. Yeah. I don't have one. So Chris has to wait to get one. So, Wuxon color scheme? No. No. So yeah, I'm going to end it there. We did good. We made some headway. Put this thermistor in the thermistor drawer. These screws can go over here because I'll need those later. Chris has his phone. He can put this tool away. And his fancy tool drawers. His square nuts can go back over here because he uses those constantly. Anything else I can do for fun while I'm still here? I was expecting another couple hours. It's only 6 o'clock over here. Well, on that note, I think I'm going to end the stream, head over to all the contacts I have and see if I can find me a correct Prusa Z lead screw motor. And Justin's going to stream right after me, so you can head over to the Justin stream. I need to go eat. I only had breakfast this morning. So I'm going to do that. As soon as I get that motor, I will finish this build and I'll print something. Until then, Chris needs to go back to finishing the rebuild of this printer and the build of that printer and the Voron and his custom printer. And yeah, Justin, go ahead and post a link in the stream. No problem, Nikita. Glad to have some new faces. I don't remember seeing your name in the stream before. Michael Cassell. Justin, his J999T is also his, I think that's his Twitter handle. Let me double check here. Twitter handle. Twitter. Search Twitter for J19. No, J19. Yeah. So he will share his link there. So go ahead and check him out on there. The Lulzbot I can't mess with right now. Somebody is sending me something to take photos with it, and it needs to say stock. It's just honestly like not on my high priority list. I need to get this going. This was priority 2. Priority 1 was this custom printer. Priority 3 is that custom printer, because that one has something I need to beta test like as of like days ago. I should have started, but I just finished the CAD for that. The Voron 0, which I'm beta testing, that needs to get done. But like that's a quick fix. This one I'm almost done with. Like I have printed all the parts for the rebuild. It is ready to go. Besides electronic wiring, and the extruder needs a couple parts printed. Once those couple parts for the extruder are done, I can then finish the firmware for it and get it up and running, and run some test prints on that printer, which should be pretty darn awesome. That printer, once I get that custom CAD file done and printed, and I can install the beta test part onto it, and I can run that, and that will be done. This just needs a motor, and it'll be done. Voron 0, all the parts are printed, all the stuff's ready for it. That's gonna be a long build. That's a tough one. So, dude, Viking, hurry up and finish your Voron 0. That way we can stream it together, because I don't know how adventuresome. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about doing like a 10-hour stream by myself. So everyone head over to Justin's stream. His Twitter handle is J1999T, 3 9s and a T. he'll have a stream up and running. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to probably hang out in Discord. So, yeah. Good night. Thanks for everyone for being here. I will catch you later. Stay out of trouble. Stay healthy. Be a better you in 2021. That's everyone's goal. That's my goal. Be a better me. I don't know what that means. That's the goal. Good night, YouTube land.